Good morning, y'all. What are y'all up to? Feeding time, breakfast, no comment. Hey YouTube, we're back at you again for another farm report. See what's going on around here this time of the morning. Get everybody fed and watered. Notice the pigs are kind of quiet, so what does that tell you? That deed's been done. But let's check in on some of the plants here and see what's been going on this last week or so. Well, we'll start off in the middle of this week. So we missed some of the squash are coming in real good this week. So that's going to be a soon harvest on those guys. Whoa, get on there. These guys are looking good. See how many others we got here next to them. It's not quite going out yet. We try to put some trellis on these cucumbers. Try to get off the ground a little bit. I don't know if it's going to take or not, but that is what it is. Some more growing. We got our other zucchini plant. So we got our first zucchini last week. Let's get this monster. Let's get you in the sun there. Get some good light. This is a good one. We're just going to go ahead and pick that one. So zucchini are doing good. Nice. Zucchini for dinner. Here's another zucchini plant. Nothing coming in yet. Another trellis we made. This was out of a old bed spring mattress from years ago that we had taken apart to repurpose, and this is a perfect use for it. So see if we can look in here and see if we got anything. Tried to get that on the trellis last week. I don't know if it's going to take very well or not, but get some of it up off the ground. I don't see anything coming in just yet. We did have some blooms on it, but it's all good. We had a small incursion a couple days ago. Poor pepper plant got taken out by the goats, but his brother survived. I think actually there are two different types of peppers, but we'll have one left. And these pepper plants are coming along. Actually, we got a little bitty pepper here. I don't know how these are going to come out growth-wise. We'll see. Tomatoes are starting to bloom here a little bit, but I don't know that we're gonna, I don't know, the tomatoes just aren't doing so hot. So I don't know what the deal is with these guys. The one good one is the one surrounded by the pumpkins, and we need to cut those pumpkins back to give it some growth. You can see we've got some blooms on this one too, but this tomato plant, I'm just not sure. Definitely cut some of this back to give them room to run. And then here, the good tomato plant, we're definitely have to cut some of this back. You can see we got pumpkin growing back up in here. Pumpkin just going everywhere. I don't know if it's the soil or what, but this pumpkin just goes crazy. All the pumpkins got what they needed this summer. I know that much. Didn't take much effort at all to grow them. But this tomato plant is growing pretty good. Got some blooms on it. Definitely have to cut this back a little bit to give this guy a chance. It ain't like we got a shortage of pumpkin. Priorities, right? It's either pumpkin pie or tomato paste, spaghetti sauce, all that other good stuff. We got to get in here. So hopefully we get this tomato plant to producing without competing with all the pumpkin. Wading in here amongst the pumpkin. So we still got big flowers still in bloom. Here we got one coming in. So it's just going to be a little give and take, I'm sure. Nice big flowers. So that's just a matter of time. So we got another one right there next to that one. Different, the one plant next to it, different type. So a light and a dark color, if you can see that contrast. The dark one next to it, it's all good. These guys are just crazy, crazy. Out of control. Yeah, Dan over at Home on the Sticks asked me what we're going to do with all this pumpkin. I'm like, I don't know. We haven't figured it out yet. Other than pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread, I don't have a whole lot of answers. But it looks like we're going to have plenty of it. And we're going to definitely give some away, I'm sure, and get some other people some action. But stay in there, tomato plant. But yeah, this pumpkin's definitely gotten a lot farther than I think we expected when we planted so much of it, because it took off like nobody's business. You can see our sunflower seeds haven't done well. They did pretty well, but we didn't get any action. The birds got everything, and we just probably hang it up. We'll probably get some reseeding here in the spring, fortunately, from all the birds pecking away out. So there'll be tons of sunflower seed growth here next year probably, which is all good. You see the lone remaining survivors in there. Here's our big stand of what's left of the last batch of corn here, and they got ears coming in now after it tasseled a little bit over a week ago. So we're expecting to. You can see the pollen. It says it pollinates early in the morning at sunrise. And it's definitely, you can see the pollen in here. I can shake it like that. Definitely see if we get some pollination action. It's so calm this time of day around here. Wind doesn't pick up until usually in the afternoon, depending on the weather. But definitely got some ears coming in, and this is going to hopefully be some good looking corn. We did the taste test on our other corn last week. We had a couple good batches. These guys still coming in. We got some corn to pull out of here. This might be the double standard. This might be. Here's a nice sized pumpkin we got over here growing amongst the trees. Nice. There's another one. So I don't know how much longer to we stop to start harvesting some of this stuff just to get it out of here. These guys have been hiding out in this thick cover. Yeah, the sucker right there. Yeah, boy. So yeah, just doing a look around and seeing what we've been missing or what's been growing under the radar here. It's definitely just been laying low and growing, which is good. I'm hiding out. We have some good looking pumpkin, it looks like. Ears coming in on this corn. Yeah. All the way up to here. There we go. So this stand of corn is looking looking really good on this corn. Pollen is in the air. Can't have the sun come do that. He'd have an allergy attack. Checking in down here on our end Super Big Macs that we checked in on last week. These are monsters, so we're letting them grow like monsters. I mean, that gives you your comparison. These are definitely your biggins. We got a couple more growing. So these are the ones we checked in on last week. Looking good. It's like we got a sickly one. This one's got chewed up or something. We'll take that out. That was not going to make it. It's all good. Give it to the animals and don't let the rabbits take it. So you see this cucumber's got a lot of blooms on it. Try to get this thing on the trellis. But I might fail in that attempt. Shall see. So our jack-o'-lantern mini pumpkins still growing. This guy's growing out of place. Where'd you come from? You came from way over there and encroaching on these guys' territory. Let's see if we can get you out of here. Goodness, things just growing over top of, oh, sprinklers. Watch out. Still got blooms coming in on this one. Yep. Yeah, anybody got any pumpkin recipes? Like how many different types of pumpkin? Different uses for pumpkin? Yep, still gonna be a little bit on these. There's some more. Oh, there's one starting. Did you break off, buddy? You broke off. Oh. His days are numbered. Yeah, boy. All right. More sprinklers. What's pumpkin, fellas? What's pumpkin? Check it out. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. You guys want some? Oh, here you go. You guys don't look nearly as hungry after you get fed. Except you find out it's the good stuff, right? There's the other half over here. Don't forget about that. Alright, let's get the sprinkler moved. Without getting wet, hopefully. Yeah, I think one thing we can do is, if we grew this whole parcel right here, this fenced it, if we grew this all in pumpkins, we'd be an official pumpkin farm, I think. I think so. Oh, get you situated. Yep, if we were to grow this, I don't know what we got here. Maybe a quarter acre, maybe, fenced off. If we grew that all in pumpkins, if they all produced like this, we'd be official pumpkin farmers, I think. This is definitely what grows. So I'm gonna need to pull back a little bit more away from that tomato plant so it can get some light and everything else. But everything is looking good. I think our corn over there is gonna produce well, and we're just happy with what we're getting. We got the zucchini and the squash are looking good. So it's turning out pretty fairly good considering, and I don't know, see if we get a fall crop in here of anything, and we'll let you know. So that's kind of the garden update. Trusty pellet gun on standby and the sprinklers. Get him out of there. We haven't had many incursions to worry about, but they do get in here every now and then, but I haven't had a chance to thwart the enemy recently. So like we saw last week, they had that one pumpkin that got taken out. We're hoping to avoid any more of that action, but keep our eyes open, keep them at a minimum so it's not a full-on invasion of the rabbits. Like, who's been digging in here? That looks like somebody's been digging. Troublemakers. So we'll try to keep the rabbits at bay. Keep these guys growing. Yeah, they've been trying to find a home here, it looks like. No den for you. Good to know. It's funny how these different pumpkins grow different ways. Like these small pumpkins are in this little tight patch. Of course, big pumpkins have to spread out, but they really spread out. And you can see all the blooms on this thing. Like, if we get a pumpkin for every bloom, we're definitely going to be overwhelmed shortly. You can see that one's ready to start here shortly. Just off of this one plant, we could have some massive, massive pumpkin. A lot of it, if you know what I mean. Another one starting there. As long as we keep the rabbits at bay, they'll keep growing. And this one that just didn't do so well still looks like it's trying to grow something. I don't know, it's like they're right next to each other, but yet this one just didn't take off. Tony, come and pick up some pumpkin. I can't get it all. Oh goodness. Don't go over there. You guys still here? Still eating?